So this video right here is going to explain very quickly the hired and fired with this company. I'm going to leave a lot of details out, and I'm just going to tell you the gist of it because I don't want to put everything out. But I do want to start by saying, do not take anything in front of you or around you for granted, because the luxury that you have in front of you or around you right now can very quickly be took away and very quickly become a burden. I say that because right now I'm struggling with my finances, because I had over a week off from this work because I got fired, and I've had low miles and stuff, and it's because I took things for granted. You know, I'd just go out and buy something because, hey, you know, I have $200 in my bank account that, you know, like whatever. So I'm struggling because of my own stupidity. So don't ever take things for granted in life, because in a blink of an eye, it'll be gone just like that. And bring you back down to reality, and that's about it. But this is a really quick story of how I got fired and rehired. So I believe it was a Monday in August. It was like August 17th, I believe it was, somewhere around there. I was scheduled to go to the Mercy Hospital in Springfield for new hire paperwork. And I was told the appointment was at 9:30. They asked you to be 30 minutes early, so I showed up at like 8:58 a.m. I show up and I check in, and I had my camera with me. I was vlogging, my actual vlogging setup, the one with the pink on top, the pink microphone. And I checked in an hour early, and they're like, well, your appointment is not until 10 a.m. So I showed them the email and it said 9:30. Like, okay, well, you know, let us make a phone call. Well, they called somebody. I don't know who they called. They called somebody and they said, okay, well, they're aware that you're here, so wait a few minutes, and you got to come down to pick up paperwork anyways, and they'll come and get you. Okay, that's fine, not a problem. And so I went and I sat down, and 9:45 a.m. rolled around, and I sat there quietly playing on my phone, and I finally got frustrated, so I went into the hallway with my camera, and I was vlogging on the camera, and it was a dead-end hallway. There were doors to my right that you had to have a access card to access it, and all the doors on that hallway were shut. Well, some other employees walked by as I got done filming, and there at the end of the vlog, the last thing that I remember saying was, "Mercy, get your shit together." And so I guess that offended those employees. Those employees took my my badge, because I was wearing my badge, and got sent up to HR. I don't know the whole story. I'm not too concerned. So literally, as soon they canceled all my appointments, and they told me, don't worry about the appointment, someone will call me to reschedule them. And literally, as I was walking out the hospital front door, I get a phone call from PenMac, because at that time I was temp to hire through PenMac, saying that I was immediately terminated with the company. So I called my boss, or ex-boss at the time, now ex-boss at the time. I said, hey man, you know, just got fired, as you know. I need to get everything out of my tractor. And so they were kind enough to meet me at my tractor, allow me to get everything out of my tractor. And they asked, they said, what happened? So I told them the entire story in full detail, didn't leave anything out, and, told them the truth. And so they said, okay, well, stay by your phone, and we'll see what we can do. So the next day, my boss texted me and said, the following day, come by his office and talk to him. And so that's what I did. I think it was on Wednesday. I went, I picked up all my stuff again, and he told me that I was rehired again, and it was just a misunderstanding. So that's basically what happened. So from what I understood, what I got out of it is I wasn't rude or disrespectful. I didn't cuss at anybody. I didn't cuss anybody out or anything like that. I wasn't rude, mean, or disrespectful or vulgar in any way. I had no tone, no attitude. I just think that it was a misunderstanding. But I obviously did something wrong that I'm completely unaware of, and to this day, I'm still unaware of what I did wrong, other than recording or vlogging in a hospital. And sorry, excuse me. And I told the employees who stopped me, I said, hey, back when I was in law enforcement, I would record stuff in the hospital all the time, and nobody ever said anything. They said, well, that's different. So now I know not to record in that hospital, which I don't have a problem with, and I am hoping that there are no more issues between those employees, myself, and the hospital. And I do apologize for my actions, because clearly I did something wrong in order to get terminated. But again, I don't know what I did. If I was rude, mean, or disrespectful, had a hateful attitude, or came at you sideways or anything, I apologize. I take 100% responsibility for my actions. So, I mean, I was obviously a part of the problem, and again, I sincerely do not know what I did, but that's how I got fired, is basically because I videotaped in a hospital, and I was unaware of the rules, and I apologize for that. So now I know not to do that in the future. I do have to do a huge thank you and a huge shout out. Sorry, excuse me. I do have to do a huge thank you and a huge shout out to my two bosses who did whatever they did, who worked their magic to get me back on. So thank you guys, and I will continue to do what I was doing before, and continue to do what I am doing now, and I will continue not to let you down, and continue to do the best job that I possibly can. And I do want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity that you guys have, and just go from there. But I just want to end the video by saying, be thankful and grateful and humble for everything that you have in life. Don't take anything for granted, because I thought that I had changed my attitude and my mentality from my last job. Because my last job, I was invincible, I was perfect, and that was a huge flaw of mine. And so when I got fired from my last job, I tried to take a step back and see where I was wrong, and see where I can improve. And my attitude is number one. I had a bad attitude with my last company, and obviously they didn't agree with my attitude, so I count that as a blessing. And I believe that in life is 100% choices. You choose whatever, and you have some slight say in the outcome of everything in life. And everything happens because of you, yourself, and nobody else. So if something happens, you have to step up to the plate. You have to take responsibility for it. You have to own it. You have to accept whatever comes your way, and swallow that pill, whether it tastes good or not, and just deal with it. And, you know, like I said, I sincerely do not know what I did wrong other than recording in the hospital, and I didn't know that. So now I know not to record in that hospital. I've swallowed my pill. You know, I took it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. Everything turned out fine in the end because I have my old job back. I am very happy, and this is the second best job that I've ever had in my life. The first best job that I've ever had in my life was working for the Greenfield Police Department as a police officer in the state of Missouri, fully commissioned. This is my second best job. My third best job would be the military, and then so on and so forth. I love this job. I plan on being here for a while, and I plan on just keeping my head down, keeping my mouth shut, working hard, doing my job, not complaining, and just getting it done like I have been. So again, thank you guys for affording me the opportunity to work here and to be here. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully everything will continue to be a great success like it has been. But this is my hire and fire video, quickly explaining everything. I don't want to go into detail other than what I have. The people who need to know what happened know, but I'm back with the company, 100% hired on, full-time for good, and I plan on everything being a major success like it was and like it has been. So let's get her done.